And I could care less. The fan was in her face, so what? She snatched it.
Yeah, you better not ever put another one in my face.
Could not care less.
It's gonna be so big.
My stomach. You're not gonna paint motherhood out to be like this to me right now.
If anybody's gonna know if the baby number is gonna be upheld in court, it's gonna be Freck Esquire.
Okay.
Get ready to walk in this restaurant.
She brought her damn matching pajamas. Y'all seen that shit? Porsha asked me for her ring back around Christmas, but we had too much stuff that wasn't worked out. She didn't like that answer. Next thing I know, she was engaged again.
So
Where has he been?
in DC.
Oh, okay.
He's a lobbyist. I don't necessarily want to have a relationship with him. I just want him to be the dad. I just don't know if he'll go for it.
Oh my gosh, I don't know, Porsha.
I've been contemplating having a baby by myself now for about 2 years. I know what I want. I'm of a certain age, and I don't feel like I should have to wait on a man to do that.
Hey,
We're going straight to Coochie Wallace.
bam, tear the club.
Projections and the letdowns. Now it's hard to make it through the crowd. I'm established. They know I'm established.
I have time for this. I'm going through a goddamn divorce. I could be at home somewhere trying to figure out how to get my coins together, put my life together, and then to sit here and deal with somebody who does not have an authentic heart. If somebody is a fake friend once, they always want to be a fake friend. You hear me?
Inside voice.
I'm hot. Ain't no inside voice.
I have a video to do. Thank you. Okay, keep playing me. I'm recording too. So walk across the back of me, the bike. Okay. okay. As y'all can see, Jay's in the building, but Jay does not want to be on camera. Why must I go through this? Why must I have a bruh man type of, or a Black Tony type of co-host who just has an excuse for every time she can't show up to work?
Whole nother level.
What is a whole nother level, right?
Well, yesterday he said he was going to be here today.
Right.
And today is obviously... I'm all confused.
Oh, yeah.
I be trying to have Black Tony's back, but man, I can't even get him today.
You can't vouch for him.
No, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to write him up. Is that worth it?
You know, it's always some story for why she can't be in the building to do the job, but she continues to get paid from the Urban Binge and Rebel TV. See what I'm saying? Today is the period, and I don't know what it will be tomorrow, but it's fine. This episode is featuring Jay in the background. I'm pretty sure there will be some opinions from Jay. Every time I do a video and you don't want to be on, Jay don't want to be on, I got Jay in the background. Bitch, please. She a fucking lie. Yeah, that's Jay in the background, y'all. Somebody said, remember how Porsha made Bravo looked crazy? Well, it's day turn. Yeah, guys. We are here about Porsha Williams. Okay, now I know everybody like we're not even clicking on y'all videos no more because for the most part y'all keep playing throwback videos, old videos, tricking us, making us believe that it's that, and clickbaiting us, making us come into the video. Then we click on the video and it's not what we actually thought it was, and blah 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 blah. Oh fucking well, I'm just talking shit. I appreciate the people that don't complain about that. I appreciate the people that still tune in. What's the word? Irregardless. Irregardless. I don't even know if that's a word. Why is that even a word? People came up with this shit. Porsha make a word and everybody go with it because the new generation thinks she is Einstein of words. Porsha said irregardless first. I don't know if she did, but I'm putting that shit off on her. Irregardless. Porsha, I forgot what I was saying, but anyway, we hear about Porsha. I know that, I was saying irregardless, the people that still come here to my channel and watch and hit the thumbs up, I don't care if I only get 8 thumbs up and 3 thumbs down for a video. The fact that I got 170 views is fine with me. The fact that I got 1.3K views is fine with me, and 60K views is fine with me. I mean, all of it. I'm glad with all of it. Now, when I get 80 views, for the life of me, I don't fucking understand. I have 20,000 subscribers, and 80 views came out of Kandi leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta. I even went live twice about Kandi leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you tell me if anybody gave a fuck.
I'm the biggest, I'm the best, it's like, girl. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
That Kandi was leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta, or that I was discussing it, because no matter how many times I posted that one video or shared that one video, went live with that one video, nobody watched it. I even changed the title of it and posted it again, and nobody watched it. I don't know if it's me giving commentary regarding Kandi that people don't want to really hear, or if it's Kandi leaving. People are happy about it, worn out about hearing it, don't really care about it, and they didn't watch it. But I know that my commentary is not everybody's cup of tea. I don't get people commenting often unless I say something controversial or post something controversial, i.e. Nicki Minaj, my latest Nicki Minaj videos. People really started, flagging those videos. They really was upset that I was saying Nicki Minaj was the problem. And it wasn't even me today. It was a compilation of times we've spoken about Nicki Minaj, and it fell into place about, what she was in the news about. So what we had talked about over the years, I just compiled it from different years and went live and streamed it live. And my second time I went live with it, people didn't really care about that either. So I guess people are worn out with mean ass Nicki Minaj, the problem. Okay, but we're here about Porsha. No matter what I post about Porsha, I get views. No matter, Porsha is very popular, whether she's on the show or off the show. Porsha is constantly clickbaitable. Like, she is a clickbait name, like Porsha bring clicks. She really does. And I don't know if she relates to the younger crowd more than Kandi, more than Nene does, but she really has this young fan base that really want to see everything Porsha does. Like, it's a lot of them, even me included. Like, I really like Porsha. I love her on the show. And I guess it's because too, she's a Cancer and Aquarius is clicky, very. But I don't know. Anyway, I am still going to, after I'm done speaking here, I am still going to put what we talked about, a compilation of everything we've discussed regarding Porsha on our channel. So that's about 3 hours long. So this live is about 3 to 4 hours long. I will be on live 3 to 4 hours. But I'm going to separate this particular portion of the video into a separate clip. But after I'm done speaking, then I'm going to allow for the compilation to play. Let me hit the blunt because my wife is behind me, probably looking at the back of my head like, come the fuck on. Right? Okay. So, guys, Porsha Williams Guabadia. First of all, we haven't had Porsha in about 2 years on Housewives of Atlanta. That's not including her Porsha Family Matters. Now that I felt like should have came back for multiple seasons, but of course it didn't, because I think they tore Jamaica up so bad that Bravo probably felt like it was a liability to continue the show. With Porsha busting bitches upside the head with poles, and like they were really trying to do damage to Dennis. Kill him, I don't know, but do damage to him. They were trying to do damage, and that's Porsha, her auntie, cousins, all them. Even Porsha's sister Lauren, she played like she was breaking it up, but she played a part in scratching him up and pulling on him and stuff. You gotta say that Dennis put himself in that situation and got what probably got what he deserved. Now that's probably hard for a lot of people to hear, but he probably did get what he deserved, just like everybody do, including Porsha. Porsha will get what she deserved if she haven't already, and she'll do more things in life where she will reap what she sowed. Anyway, I never put on my sweater. This is a brand new sweater. Put the sweater on. You know what? I'm hot enough, so I'm just gonna take the sweater. Put it on. Dear Justin, we're writing you to notify that effective March 11th. Okay, Amazon affiliates program. We're gonna be doing a lot of that on our vlog channel. On our vlog channel, we will be discussing a lot of ways to make money, even ways that might not have worked for us, that could possibly work for you. And we'll explain why it didn't work for us, and why it could possibly, and how it could possibly work for you. Do I like this sweater on me? Absolutely not more than I like what I just had on. So Take the fucking sweater off. Thank you, baby. I love you so much. Oh my God, the things that Jay does for me, y'all don't understand. I love my partner, although we argue a lot, and sometimes I do be like, God, why you make me love her like this? For real, like I be asking God, like, God, why you make me love her like this? But I do still be lusting for certain people sometimes. How's Aaron? Anyway, I'm just talking shit. How's Aaron? He is so cute. But let's move on. Anyway, we missed out on Porsha for 2 years. We seen her on Family Matters, and then Family Matters ended, and Porsha, it felt like, you know, she was just leaving everything. She left Housewives. She didn't give a fuck about Family Matters working out, and she left Dish Nation. And I remember at that moment I was like, well, why the fuck is she leaving Dish Nation? Like, this relationship is gonna last a long time, which you will see in the compilation that I have that's gonna play right after I'm done. I said that. I'm like, Porsha's leaving Dish Nation. She just acting like this relationship, she knows for sure this relationship is going to work, and nothing later will arise that's going to cause them to divorce or break up. At that time, I don't think they were married, but I know I said that this relationship would not last as long as Fallon's relationship with Simon, which I don't think it did. If I'm not mistaken, he was with Fallon for longer than he was with, look that up for me. How long Simon was with Fallon. If I'm not mistaken, he was with Fallon longer than he was with Porsha. So Fallon and based off what Jay is saying, Fallon and Simon were married for 2 years, and together probably longer than that, of course, probably some months before they got married, or maybe not, but I doubt that they were together a day and got married. So they're probably talking or dating around for a month or maybe a year, we don't know, but definitely longer. 2 years is still longer than 15 months. 15 months is how long Porsha and Simon rode this ride, and it's over with already. It's over with already, which we already knew. Porsha can't keep a man, okay? If you don't know, now you know. Porsha can't keep a man. Rewatch all of Housewives of Atlanta from the season she came on to the season she left, including Porsha Family Matters, and you see how much she can't keep a man, and see if you can figure it out too, because I haven't figured it out, and I haven't been trying to figure it the fuck out, because I really don't give a shit why she can't keep a man. But I know based off the pattern and what I see, Porsha look like she can't keep a man. Excuse all the stuff in the background. I'm trying to fix up this studio, so excuse the stuff in the background. We are redoing this studio, and hopefully this studio will look better and like a multi-purpose studio, because that's what we want to do. Not just shoot YouTube videos in here, but do our outside work, photography and videography, and films and stuff like that in the studio. We want to be able to make it a multi-purpose studio, so excuse the mess in the background. Anyway, this is so unfortunate though that Porsha has filed for divorce. People magazine exclusively reported it, and they also got the documents. She did not cite a reason for why she was filing for divorce. Many are speculating that maybe she is trying to protect her assets and herself by divorcing him. If the feds roll up on him, then her assets and everything that she has for her, and then he probably just transferred some things over into her name, and they probably plan this together. They're probably not breaking up. It's probably just some shit is about to hit the fan, because as you know, recently Simon's deportation and all of his legal woes were put on Front Street. We don't know how it leaked out, how it got out, but his legal woes were put on Front Street. We learned that he came here to America in August of 1982 or 72 or 62 or something like that, and he overstayed his welcome, was deported and left on his own recognizance, and just a whole bunch of stuff, and basically got rich scamming Americans. Just sum it all up, he got rich scamming Americans. I think Simon is a 60 millionaire, multi-millionaire, more than multi-millionaire. If your net worth is 60 million, then that means if anybody know rich people and their money, they're not reporting everything. So because the internet says 60 million, I guarantee you it's probably more than that. Where did he get all that money? If you look at the documents, it looks like he scammed Americans to get everything that he has. And I think that that is ridiculous for Porsha to not know this shit. We don't know why Porsha's divorcing, but I can assume, and I can bet you, it's because she didn't know none of this shit, and it just hit the ceiling.
It skipped the fan there.
Yeah, it skipped the fan. It got through the thing, through the wings. and went straight to the ceiling. Bitch finna blow the ceiling off. Porsha don't know what the fuck to do. Porsha better take some of that money. I don't know what reason. If this was some off-guard type of divorce shit, or if this was a planned divorce shit, like some lawyer-to-lawyer type shit, it's best that you do this, but y'all can still remain together. We know Porsha don't want Simon anyway. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Porsha don't want that man. Porsha want that man's pockets, bank account, and wallet. That's the fuck it. Anything that got to do with finances and Simon, that's what Porsha wants. That's it. And Porsha's not gonna birth a baby by him, but Porsha probably will use her egg to place it in a surrogate and have a surrogate have a baby for her and Simon. I can see that happening. Porsha filing for divorce and not getting the baby first just make me think, is this one of Porsha's stupid moves again? Or is Porsha doing something strategic? Real strategic.
Trying to be strategic and trying to throw me under the bus with her, but it's all good. It's going down.
Come here. Say people want to hop on content so fast instead of giving Beyonce true credit. It's no way you can see the results when the stuff just went live. We're not trying to knock Beyonce, but you trying to put your content out so fast, boo-boo, that you're not even giving Beyonce true credit. People who know hair is gonna say, how you do this review already when the shit just went live yesterday? It just went on live yesterday. How are you using it already and you see results, or you see some, like, come on, give Beyonce more credit than that. Don't just look like you a do-girl, because Beyonce not gonna respect that. She respect a bitch who actually has 1 month, 2 months, 3 months on a fucking YouTube video. Not you just hopped on here to do a goddamn video on TikTok real quick. That's not a genuine review, and that pisses me off because we was finna do it first, bitch. But that's not a genuine review, for real. That is not a genuine review, and I love B, and I don't think Beyonce would even respect that disingenuine review. Like, come on, give her a real review.
I'm not a lawyer, but I just read the 13-page court doc regarding Simon Gobadia, Porsha Williams' husband. His request for citizenship and child. Let me recap the details for you. The doc starts off with a timeline of Simon and his run-ins in the U.S. August 11th, 1982, Simon first comes to America. He overstays his visa and was declared deportable, but he decides to voluntarily leave on December 28th, 1985. In June of 1986, he comes back to America on a 6-month visa, and he again overstays his visa. In September of 1987, he gets arrested for bank and credit card fraud, and he pleads guilty to a felony offense. In January 1989, he's arrested for unauthorized use of a vehicle, and again arrested in May of 1990 for fraud. After that, immigration begins the removal process of Simon, but by January 1991, Simon has committed credit card fraud again. A judge eventually orders that Simon be deported, and on March 4th, 1992, the doc says that Simon was, quote, deported and physically removed from the U.S. But years before this last deportation, on October 24th, 1988 to be specific, Simon applied to the Special Agricultural Worker Program, also known as SAW. And under this program, if approved, Simon would be granted temporary resident status, which would eventually convert to permanent resident status. So Simon applied to the SAW program, but he uses a different name and he doesn't include any of his criminal history. And his application is approved. Okay, so on March 4th, 1992, Simon gets deported and physically removed from the US, but 26 days later, Simon gets his permanent residency card under the SAW program. The docs then jump to over 20 years later, so it's not clear when he returned to the US after being deported in 1992, but on December 22nd, 2016, Simon applies for naturalization under the second identity that he used with the SAW program. But that naturalization application was denied by immigration because, according to them, his temporary resident status was unlawfully granted. 4 years after that first application, Simon applies again for naturalization. He gets an interview with immigration and again is denied because, according to them, both his temporary and subsequent permanent resident status that was given under the SAW program was not done lawfully because he used a different name and didn't include his criminal history. On October 24th, 2022, Simon requests a hearing on the denial. I don't know if he's persistent or delusional. On November 15th, 2022, his application for naturalization is again denied for the exact same reasons. 4 months later, he files a complaint with the courts asking for the denials to be vacated or reversed. And his reasons for saying that these denials need to be reversed are, number one, he says that immigration services have not raised any concerns about his permanent resident status for 3 decades. Basically, he's saying he hasn't caused any problems or been arrested in 30 years. Second reason is he says he should not be made to, quote, bear the burden of the government's mistakes. He said, y'all messed up, not me. And then he argues that immigration should have terminated his temporary resident status years ago. They had ample opportunity to revoke or terminate his temporary status, but since they didn't, the conversion of temporary to permanent was done legally and he should not be denied naturalization. After laying out his arguments, the docs say that, quote, the court finds petitioner's arguments to be unpersuasive. So his motion and case have been dismissed. Child, the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming, and you know who's back. I'll be watching.
That was a clip that I wanted to play of the girl explaining it all. I really like her. Check her out on TikTok. She breaks down everybody's legal documents and everything. She's not a lawyer, like she say always. I'm not a lawyer, but I love how she breaks it down. And as you can hear, Simon may be being deported. He may be being deported. That news comes out, and then Porsha ends up, filing for divorce. But Funky says it all the time. Never trust a white man executive producer or a white man who run a reality show or whatever he always say.
She's been doing this too long to think that those people will owe her anything. Let me tell you something. There's 2 people on earth you do not trust. That's a man and that's a reality TV producer. A reality television producer will do and tell you anything. Their loyalty is not to you. Their loyalty is to getting the scene and getting the episode. So I don't know why Quan feels disrespected, because they're doing whatever it is they need to do to try to get the ratings that they need to get.
1000%. Funky say it all the time, and guess what? Porsha signed on the dotted lines. They aired her ass out and stabbed her right in the back. Unless this is Porsha and Simon's whole deal. If they're gonna pay me this much, let me show them that paying me this much was worth it. Let me bring them a show. Having Kandi gone, because Jay don't want to believe Kandi was dropped. I believe Kandi was dropped. Dropping Kandi ass meant something. So I think that maybe she is, or this could be one of the reasons why all of this is coming out, is because she's just trying to hype up Housewives. She bringing us old Housewife back. When tea is dropped before the show comes out, before the trailer drop, we start getting all this tea. I don't think we really got a lot of that for the past 2 years. We ain't got a lot of that type of tea that's gonna be within the show dropped like we used to in the past. We used to get those type of bits of teas heavy when Nene was on season 12, season 11, season 10. That was the whole thing about telling B. Scott what was going on, and Nene was saying she don't talk to B. Scott and all that kind of stuff.
This blog has exactly what was on the card. She sent it to the blog. Okay, well, since we asking questions.
Come on, Ken. Come on.
We just saying stuff to B. Scott, because how
I'm not even a friend with B. Scott.
How did your letter, your exact wording, how did that end up in a blog?
Kenya is known for leaking things to the blogs. She's calculated. She's a dirty ass girl. Let me tell you something. The one thing that a person can tell you about Nene Leakes, I don't ever talk to bloggers. Don't always point the finger at the person that you think. Okay, point the finger at the motherfucker who you don't think. Whatever her intentions was for it, it didn't work, honey. My last name might be Leaks, but bitch, I'm not leaking.
So maybe this is Porsha bringing us old Housewives habits, old Housewives formula, where she's dropping this tea, and guess what? The divorce, they're gonna call it off. Look how many times Kim and Corey call their shit on and off, on and off, on and off. So we could take this serious, or we could take it with a grain of salt and look at it like Porsha's trying to hype her show up because she's back, and she's probably the highest paid on this motherfucker. Let's not be surprised by that. She's probably the highest paid because they really wanted Porsha back. Phaedra may be coming back. Kenya's tone on V103 with Big Tigger was that there would be no Nene, but then Kenya's tone changed later, as if, I don't know what the show is doing. And at this point, I really don't know what the show is doing. And I can't say that there will be no Nene because I really don't know.
I also heard that Nene may be returning. Do you look forward to Nene returning if that would be a possibility for the Real Housewives of
That
Atlanta?
door is closed.
You think it's closed?
I mean, when you sue your employer, what do you expect to happen? It's like, listen.
That's the thing.
I mean, I don't understand why people think that's a possibility. I don't hate on it, on the idea of it, because I've been very vocal about the fact that I think she was great for the show. But in reality, how do you recover from suing your bosses? In the network. And saying all the things that she said. I mean, I just don't know how you didn't just burn a bridge, you blew it up.
Some people would like to see Nene back, but
me too. Myself included.
Okay.
But I'll quote our boss in the words of Andy Cohen. She told me to keep her name out of my mouth, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So that's your answer.
Okay.
We know Kandi will be fine.
Right,
She is
right.
that girl, so she'll be fine.
Is Nene coming back?
I don't know. I can't answer that. That question has been asked a lot of times, but according to our boss, that door is closed. But you never know.
She said that in an interview after V103. So we really don't know who about to be on the show, but we know Kenya gonna be there with her lying ass, and Porsha, hot pussy ass, gonna be there. Both of them will be there, and allegedly Ming Lee has signed on, but that's not a definite. But we know that Ming Lee will be a friend of the show. Porsha will have Ming Lee as a friend of the show if she's not holding a peach. Ming Lee will be a friend of the show. They must bring back Marlo, and they don't have to bring back Sheree. We found out that Sanya is gone for good. If that is true, we're not sure. But from what the reports are saying, Sanya is gone. They cut Sanya, and Porsha's back, of course. Porsha just did a reel recently, like Porsha Williams not coming back, but Porsha Guabadia is.
Who said that? Porsha Williams coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? That's false. But Porsha Guabadia is in the building. See y'all. Mwah.
And now you're filing for divorce. This girl really don't be knowing what she want to do, and this is why people call her stupid and dumb so much, because of the choices that she makes. And that's not what I call Porsha, because I love Porsha, and I had an IEP, and I was in small classes, and I rode on the short bus at one point in time in school. Not my whole time in school, but at some point. I do believe Porsha, yes, Porsha had an IEP. This is why her and Ricky Smiley and Gary with the T get along so well, because they also was in special ed class. And I think Brat was too. And if you, because you talking about you love Porsha, but you gonna say she on a short bus. I do, and that's why I relate with them so much, all of them, because we all was in those type of classes, you know. Anyway, Miss Porter used to restrain us like this in elementary, in special ed. Put our arm all the way up here. Yes, we was bad, honey. Get to getting stupid up in that class. You get to putting your arm. She did that to me one time. I came to class like this. Yes, ma'am. Bitch, don't fold my arm back no more. Yes, I came up in there acting right. Miss Porter had moles all down her neck and back, honey. She looked like the monster from the book we used to read when we was little. The nighttime book, the monster with the horns like this. What's the nighttime book we used to read when we was all in elementary school? The big old monster with all the hair on him. He looked like Bigfoot. It's the nighttime book. The big old monster. Huh? Where the wild things are? The wild things. Yes, that one right there. Yes, that one right there. That was the book right there.
So the Underground Railroad passed right beneath us in that area.
That's why we should go to school and get our education.
Absolutely. Being here in such a historic place really makes me feel connected to my grandfather's legacy and how hard he fought for our civil rights. Well, there has to be an opening for the railroad at some point, because somebody's driving the train. It's not electric like what we have now.
It wasn't a train, baby.
I'm saying
it wasn't a train at all.
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
They use it. That is just a euphemism, baby. Just a figure of speech.
I'm thinking it was like widespread.
No, really? Like you really thought like there was an actual train that took them through?
It's a euphemism for people that are connected together, trying to work their way to freedom.
Now I'm one of those people riding it with a hookah in one hand and a Henny in the left. Where's my right? I'm drunk.
Anyway, guys, so I'm going to play our 3-hour-long compilation of everything we've talked about with Porsha. I'm going to include episode 1 of Porsha Family Matters, okay? And not the rest of the episodes. I can't do that. But Porsha Family Matters episode 1 I'll include. And then the rest of them, you know, all just up until the last time we talked about Porsha. And of course not this time because I'm speaking about it now. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in all the time. Thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you guys for subscribing. Please, I'm at 19K. Let's get us to 20K. I really appreciate the ones that really stick around and come by and really like our commentary. Even if you don't comment or anything, but you like our commentary and you come by and you watch it, I wouldn't even know who you are because so many of you guys watch and don't comment. And I know it's a lot of repeat people that really like us that don't comment. Hi, how are you out there? You're welcome to comment. You can comment. You can let us know what's up. You can like the video or you can thumbs down the video. Either one. I don't care. But just interact with the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. Porsha's dumb as hell. Hopefully you guys are tuning in to Real Housewives of Atlanta coming up really soon. Don't know what the date is. I don't even know if they begin filming. I can imagine that they're going to be filming in Savannah, like different places like Pula, Chatham County, way out some goddamn way. Because how could you dare film anywhere in Atlanta when Atlanta is as packed as New York City and Chicago? It's like Atlanta is just everywhere, and people that live in the inner city are now venturing off to these places that Housewives film. But these new ATLians coming in are venturing off and carrying true born and raised people with them, and now we're going outside of the inner city, seeing other parts of Atlanta and Georgia that we don't typically see because we stay in the inner city. And you know, it's a lot of you motherfuckers in Atlanta that is not from Atlanta. Bitch, I'm not even in the ATL, and we straight from the ATL, both of us, straight from the ATL, and we not even there. There's a lot of motherfuckers in Atlanta that's not from the ATL, and I think that's why Housewives is probably going to have a hard time filming in the inner city and keeping the filming under wraps without it leaking out that Porsha and Kenya almost got the blows at some restaurant. You know, I can imagine that that's going to come out soon, but if it doesn't, guess what? They did a good job wrapping this shit up and not letting people see where filming was taking place. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in again. I am Rico Bellucci. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, and Jay's in the background. Appreciate Jay for sticking around. Anyway, see you guys later. Subscribe, follow me, Rico Bellucci, and at the Urban Binge. And make sure you subscribe to our other channel at Rebel TV2, where we will be bringing our vlogs to, okay? Yeah, I know. I be confusing with everything. Anyway, we'll talk about that a little later. Bye!
And let me just tell you, y'all hoes who want to be hitting his inbox and trying me. Y'all think I ain't around? Bitch, I'm here.
Really?
I'm here present.
Yeah. I only want J Fat Booty, and we'll take a couple more. We don't mind taking time on the time. So I appreciate you guys for listening. I am Rico Bellucci.
And I'm Jay Bellucci.
And when I say I am Rico Bellucci, I mean go look me up on Instagram at Rico Bellucci. At Rico Bellucci is my Instagram.
Is my Instagram name Jay?
Your Instagram is at Jay Bellucci, at Jay Bellucci, at Rico Bellucci. Know that we have been together for 10 years, all right? And we've been married for a while now, and I am very much so in love. Okay, we do have our issues. We can't stand each other sometimes to a point where it's just like I'm leaving you, and a lot of relationships get like that, where it's like, you know, I'm done, we're about to break up, fuck you, and it's a lot of marriages that are like that, especially when you're together for 10 years. I know a lot of people who've been together longer than that would say this is just the hump, the start, but you've made it a long way.
At some point, that's what Michelle Obama said about Barack, that 10 years was the hump they had to get over.
Exactly, and it is the hump. You're right at the hump, and now you're about to start.
The top of that hump is the peak of the bullshit, if you ain't know.
Right. Where you feel like you're at your wit's end, and I think that if anybody hear me say at Rico Bellucci, at Jay Bellucci, and think that I'm talking calm right now, but I want you to know Jay knows that I'm not fucking playing. If you think that you're gonna go to Jay's page and
there's nothing that happens that he don't know about, okay?
I'm gonna see it.
There's nothing that happens that he does not know about.
I'm gonna pay attention.
Okay. So
make sure you guys don't be stupid.
Period.
Don't message Jay no stupid shit. I know how gorgeous Jay is, but don't think you can get off of here and get froggy. All right, you get froggy, I'm a bullfrog. All right, or whatever the biggest frog is on the planet. You know
y'all want to be going through that? Don't go through my phone shit. I will hand him my phone. Here.
Well, you guys, what you do is make sure you check out the podcast. The podcast is coming really, really, really soon, like within a couple of weeks. All right, the podcast is coming, and the podcast is when you go to OnlyFans, search for what is it? Dictations.
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 DICK.
DICTATIONS.
Dictations.
Yes. With your instructor Jay. All right.
Dictator.
With your dictator Jay. I'm sorry.
And you're the dignitaries.
Right. And we will see you guys over there really soon. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere at The Urban BiNGE on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, at The Urban BiNGE, anywhere on social media, at Rico Bellucci, at Jay Bellucci. And thank you guys so much. We will see you guys soon. I'm tired.
Tired. I'm hungry and she hungry. Come on, let's go eat.
All right. See you guys later. We're out.
Thought that it was over, but it was just a blessing in disguise.